Perfect. Yay. All right. When I was a wild, really young child, I used to sneak off and take the subway into Boston and get some free music. I used to sneak off to see John Williams play with the Boston Pops for free. Yes, at the Hat Shell. So if you don't know what the Hat Shell is, it's like a half dome covering a stage in front of a big field. Once a year on July 4th, Massachusetts residents are allowed to see a 10-minute state-sponsored fireworks display before we're plunged into darkness for the rest of the year. In 1994, a media company I used to work for was allowed to have a rock concert in the field. And it was supposed to be kind of chill. It was supposed to be welcoming back the students to the area. It was supposed to be a day of vendors and up-and-coming bands. And, you know, picture like Hippie Hill in San Francisco. That's what they were hoping for. But the problem is the headliner band went from up-and-coming to won't stop coming out of my radio every 5 minutes from the time they got booked to the time they played. So they were playing here, like a size this place, when they got booked, and then they went on the MTV Music Awards, and they played at Woodstock 94. But the organizers are from Boston, and so they were like, wicked hissa kid, we got a bargain. What could possibly go wrong? The day of the show comes. So they're expecting like 15,000 people, maybe 20. Before the middle of the day comes, they have all these college students in Boston. They can't wait to drink. Before night, more than 65,000 people come there. They can't wait to see the hottest new punk band from California, Green Day. Ding, 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 where is it? Ding, ding, ding. Can I get a light up sign? There it is. All right. So they don't even have barricades for the front of the stage. Okay. This is a place that usually has an orchestra. Taylor Swift has barricades for her stage. They have bike racks. You know, the ones that are just slats? They try to make like a octagon around 65,000 punk fans. It looks like one of those things that you adopt bunnies out of a pet store that even the bunnies can escape from. And then they hardly have any crowd control. And I used to work crowd control. There are people who are trained to organize chaos. You're supposed to catch crowd surfers. They had some cops up there. Having cops do crowd control is like leaving your house in the morning and saying, oh, there's traffic. Why don't I deploy my airbag before I drive? And then there's my favorite thing, the sponsor of the day. It was a drink company. They were giving out their drinks in glass bottles. Real fact number 929, humans can throw things better than other primates. This plan was not made from the best stuff on earth. I knew that this day was going to be a disaster. So of course I had to be right up at front where I was absolutely sure to get trapped by one of those bike racks and trampled and just maimed by 65,000 people because I'm human and we just have to run into disaster. Am I right? So that's what I did. And I had one of my little friends with me. A lot of people like to come to shows with me because I'm comfortable up front, but I looked at this friend for the first time and I said, we might have to run from this crowd. It's hot, humid, it smells like alcohol and man sweat and civil disobedience. And like, the next part is a blur, like a car accident with 65,000 people. Like Green Day starts playing and like the bike rack falls. Like some do, some don't. There's one security guy who's got like his arms like this and he's trying to hold back all the bike racks. And it's like my leg gets caught in the bike rack. So I think, okay, I just gotta like pull it out and run into the new pit area in front of me, right? No problem, I love pits. No, this is the first pit I really didn't want to be in because there's now a pit full of cops. Like Boston cops, MDC cops, state cops. The highway patrol came. It's actually on that show they had. I'm serious. I saw a tree crowd surf over us at one point. And this is when I got like superhuman powers. You don't hear about those mothers who like suddenly can like lift a truck because their baby's under it. I was like, I must save my friend. Suddenly my asthma was gone and I picked her up like a football and I was just like bobbing and weaving through cops. Every other person, it was like, person, cop, person, cop. And I like looked to the right and there were thousands of people flooding onto Sturrow Drive, which is a huge, fast inner city parkway. I was like, we're not going that way, we're going left. And that's when the band decided to go left too. The drummer threw his drumsticks and they fled the stage. And we just ran. And all of a sudden it felt like it was hailing. Nope, that was iced tea bottles coming from the sky. We ran to a bridge, we stood there and watched the chaos and sucked on inhalers. And we were like, once we were at a good safe stage, like space, and I swear though, to this day, I like recoil every time I see a Snapple bottle. Thank you.